The tavern was bustling from dawn to dusk. All the townsfolk rejoiced. The warband looked to their hero for inspiration. The hero wore the crown, but others planned to take it from them. learn something from this story. Often extraordinary things are accomplished by ordinary minions. And so, a new minion joined the adventure. The mighty warband trusted their leader, and that gave them strength. Perhaps you will learn something from this story.
Hush now, time for sleep.
You can find friends in the most unusual places. The battlegrounds forge the weak minions into soldiers. Tide of evil was pushed back, for now.
Decompress with some music! Go to sleep.
All the townsfolk rejoiced. Once upon a time, in a battle-scarred land, often extraordinary things are accomplished by ordinary minions. The mighty warband was ready to face what waited for them. And so the hero vanquished their foe.
Escape the darkness with me!
All the townsfolk rejoiced. The tide of evil was pushed back, for now.
Escape the darkness with me!
The victorious hero seemed undefeatable. It saved us all this time.
idiot. It's our country. It's our country. It's my American flag. Burn it down. Burn it down. No, that's... You guys are the enemy. Don't burn.
They did burn the flag. They don't just hate Trump and conservatives. They hate Israel. They hate America. They hate Western civilization. But at least they're open about their far-left lunacy. Inside a DNC, they're trying to pretend they're just like the rest of the country. They're even playing country music. But the only thing that really unites these people is a hatred of their political opponents. Watch as this trans activist is given the mic to announce the New Jersey delegates
This
are backing
story
Kamala,
is one
but
of my
instead
favorites.
he goes on some pronoun announcing anti-Trump rally instead.
My name is Dr. Joey Perella, pronouns she, her, hers. I'm a proud resident of the Garden State. I'm proud to stand with Kamala Harris and Tim Walz because they stand with the LGBTQ community. It's time to turn the page on Trump. Thank you.
Dude, you had one job. It wasn't that. Now let's look at the sort of projection and hypocrisy that the DNC provides, and it'll take your breath away. Let's start with former First Lady Michelle Obama talking about the Republicans being against children.
The brave
But
hero
really, she's
boldly
talking here about
marched
Republicans
back.
being against children who are being transitioned.
Demonizing our children for being who they are and loving who they love. Look, that makes anybody's life better.
And here Michelle talks about how bad greed is, how you should be suspicious of those who want more than their share. But thanks to Daily Wire, we're reminding us of the wealth Michelle and Barack have accumulated.
She and my father didn't aspire to be wealthy. In fact, they were suspicious of folks who took more
Tide of
than they
evil
needed.
was pushed back for now.
She paid more than $1,000 for those shoes. I'd pay that much never to see them again. They're awful. But while they're pretending to be all about joy and positivity, Barack and Michelle Obama did again push the politics of envy, grievance, racial division. And to top it off, we had the entire DNC chanting for the political class to do something.
The enchanted forest sparkled in moonlight.
Do something. The Democrats are in power. The Biden-Harris administration is running the show. Did they forget that? Indeed, the Democrats have been in power for 12 of the last 16 years, and yet they decry the state of the country, the division, the economy. It's all on them.
Tide of evil
But the media
was
has
pushed
their
back
new
for
talking
now.
point, and the word of the day is electric.
It was though someone had plugged in a cable, a current was connected, and there was pure electricity in the room.
Thank you for sharing with us some of the electricity.
The energy is incredibly electric.
You know, it was just electric.
As sort of electric as I've ever seen it. It was absolutely electric.
Talk to me about the atmosphere in here. Is it electric?
Excitement, it is electric.
Senator Schumer wasn't lying when he was saying that there's a lot of electricity and excitement right now.
So it's incredibly electric.
It's electric. Something just got uncorked.
Room in Chicago. Quite electric.
Last night was electric.
The electric.
Electrifying.
The electrification.
There's electricity in this room.
That is preferable to Van Jones on CNN, almost crying after hearing the Obamas speak. Dude, get a grip.
I didn't know how much I missed them. I missed
The
them.
mighty
I missed
Orban
them.
trusted their leader, and that gave them strength.
Have to be my man. I think if it's who he is, he can't be his girlfriend, then I moved in the room with him. Because, I've been in jail, not even on contact order. It's been months. It's been months now.
So it may not be valid. If there were no contact
It was not months, like ever. Like, it's just recently.
The tide
How
of
long ago
evil
was your
was
arrest?
pushed back for now.
Well, we'll look that up. So she came back to her hotel room today. He was inside.
She tried to come to the office. There's no one here. I guess he followed her out. He threw her to the ground. So on and so forth. And this is your hotel room. He's not, never stayed here.
Lawrence, he's helping me. Because I have my
Lawrence
idea.
paid for the hotel room?
Yeah.
But just for you, right?
Yeah, just for me.
Innocent's not allowed to be in there.
I'm not even supposed to have
you're
visitors.
You're the only one staying there.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm not even supposed to have visitors. So I don't invite people.
If you don't have it,
I'm trying to look for old text messages or something. I literally got mad and I just blocked everything about him on my phone.
See if you can find it. What is he to you? Like,
The
you guys have a kid
hero
together?
wore the crown, but others planned to take it from him.
I was homeless. I was it's been months now. I got
Did you guys ever
around, I was walking down this
Did
road.
you two ever live together?
Never.
Never stayed together? I know these are just questions that I have to ask.
First time, this time, I don't know how he's going He ain't no big guy, he's very strong, he's
It's
very
Taylor's
small.
all the time.
Well, we just like to try to resolve these as peacefully as possible. So if we can call him and let him come out, that would be preferable to us.
It all started with this little minion.
Hold on. You said 786?
Two. And I had a feeling y'all calling him, telling him to come out, he gonna grab everything that belongs to me.
Thanks for tipping your Torah.
What's his name? Hi, is this this is Sergeant Lunsford with Delray Police. Hey Jeffrey, we're outside here at the Budget Inn. Can you come outside and talk to us? You're not under arrest. We're here. We're trying to figure out what's going on. We need to speak to you. Can you come outside? Well, we got a call here. It says you're not supposed to be in this
The
hotel room.
victorious hero seemed undefeatable.
Are you going to come outside, man?
You're not gonna be simple and just come out.
What?
Just not have the outfit, they can't just be simple and come out.
See if you can find no problem. Alright, so just real quick, you raise your right hand for me? Swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. So briefly, you can put your hand down. Briefly explain to me what happened.
Today I came home probably like around, around 1-ish, 2-ish because I've been out with my girls all day. I'm pretty sure I locked all my windows, I locked everything. I came home and I see him, like I noticed my lights was on, but I know for a fact I didn't leave my lights on. So once I walked in the door, put my key in the door and I opened it, I didn't really see nobody, so I wasn't really. So once I got almost close to the bathroom, he was walking out. So I'm like, man, what you doing here, bro? Like how you even got my place? How you even got over here? Like how you even got in my room? And he'd been knowing that I was in this area, so that's how he know that when we went inside, I had to change my room set. After I went in, he came out of the bathroom. I told him to just leave, and call police. He wouldn't let me leave, so he was trying to basically was hustling inside of the hotel, and I was able to come out. I was to the point where I was able to come out, run to the office. As I'm running to the office, I look back. He basically ran after me, picked me up from right there, picked me up from my office, held me all the way in front of the truck, and then I fell on the floor, I fell on the floor. He basically tried to pick me back up, but I'm just like, please, like, I'm trying to act like something on the floor, like, put me down, trying to get my wallet, get my wallet, but he's like,
The mighty warband trusted their leader, and that gave them strength.
House, and he ran right after me. I don't know how I was able to get back out the house, but I managed to get back out the house. I hid over there by the pool, and I seen them coming in the pool, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stay by them, just one safe side. But when I did go in there, he was early, so that's why I called.
Alright, so when you say 1, you mean like 1 a.m. or 1 p.m.?
Yeah, 1 a.m. 1 because I'm like you, John.
The villain was defeated, but peace had not been achieved.
Even coming in this facility at all. Period. He's not supposed to even be here. I'm not even supposed to have company. I don't bring company here.
I understand that. So you came back here around 1, right?
Often extraordinary things are accomplished by ordinary means.
It's like 4:30 right now.
So yeah, like you want 2 o'clock-ish.
2? Alright, so this has been going on since 2 o'clock. Alright, this is just now that you've been able to call about it? Okay.
But, my phone was dead. And I had
the phone was dead.
That's
okay.
why I went to the floor and I seen 100 people charging their phones.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to figure everything out. Okay. Alright, so just so I can reiterate it, you came home around 1 or 2, you noticed he was in there, and then you came over here, and then you said he picked you up.
To call the office people, but
try to contact the office people.
First before I called the office.
Okay. And then he followed you over here.
I invited him here early, but now, hey, listen, I don't care, you're not getting in trouble.
Okay.
You want to do it? All right.
Okay.
We're not going to go rushing in there when he's welcome there, and invited there.
She invited him?
Huh?
She invited him?
She changed it. He said she invited him earlier, but said you got to be out of here before the pastor finds out. The pastor's the guy that gets him.
Yes.
Okay. Do we confirm the 10:35?
Yeah, who's gonna?
I think Abreu ran her.
Who's gonna take?
I said
Austin said he'll wait. He'll take the OT.
Okay. You want to do it? All right, then. Let's.
Right here.
Let's search for him real quick, just make sure, and then put him in.
All the townsfolk rejoiced.
Everything's unlocked?
Oh, there's 10:31 on foot. Going south. Straight up. Don't even worry about paperwork.
Reading makes the mind sharper. They live happily forever
after. Yes. Yes!
Truly in life, you reap what you sow. And if what you sow happens to be a $180 million vanity project made by a feminist activist promoted way beyond her abilities, with practically no experience, only a vague understanding of the subject matter, and even less talent for actual storytelling, starring a blank-faced charisma vacuum with all the acting talent of a comatose Steven Seagal, and incorporating some of the most cringe-inducing scenes ever committed to film, then well, what you reap will be a big old dose of cancellation, my friends. Honestly, I don't know who's going to be more disappointed by all this. The dozen or so activists masquerading as Star Wars fans for whom this show was basically 1,000 wet dreams all congealed together into one sticky mass. Or the hundreds of content creators that have made an absolute fortune out of this show over the past couple of months. Either way, the news that The Acolyte wasn't going to get renewed for a second season was both a surprise and a long-expected confirmation for me. Because honestly, did anyone really think that Disney were going to throw another couple of $100 million away on a show that was about as well received as Australia's self-appointed breakdancing champion? They're dumb for sure, but there comes a point where simple financial reality has to take priority over the message. And that's exactly where The Acolyte has landed. The more surprising aspect of all this is the public admission of the show's cancellation. The film's normal strategy with big new projects that either fail spectacularly or never even get made in the first place is just to not talk about them anymore and hope that people forget they even existed. That way they don't have to answer any more questions about their horrendous mismanagement of one of the biggest brands in entertainment. So the fact that they were forced to straight up tell everyone that The Acolyte was so bad it was definitively getting cancelled is a pretty strong indicator that they know how much everyone fucking hated this show. And damn man, it's got to be a bitter pill for Kathleen Kennedy to swallow. As much as characters like Rey and Ahsoka helped to satisfy her activist cravings for a little while, they were only ever going to be compromised solutions that failed to go as far as she wanted. The Acolyte, on the other hand, represented her ultimate vision of Star Wars. Female-focused, female-led, and female-directed. And funnily enough, it was rejected by absolutely everyone. It was a rejection not just of the show itself, not just in terms of characters and the writing, but of everything that modern Lucasfilm aspires to be. And this is where the blame game begins, because when a show as big and progressive as The Acolyte crashes and burns, a convenient scapegoat must be found. Pretty soon you'll be seeing all kinds of weapons-grade cope from the legacy news media that Star Wars fans were just too dumb and bigoted to understand the sheer majesty of The Acolyte, or that the show was an innocent victim of review bombing, or even that YouTubers were somehow to blame for it all. Here's the thing, we don't make the news, we just comment and occasionally laugh at it. The cold harsh truth is that the mythical, modern audience that Lucasfilm have been chasing for 10 years now simply doesn't exist, never has existed, and never will exist. The people who shout most loudly about it on social media don't actually care about shows like The Acolyte and won't even bother to watch it. All they care about is what it represents, the message it puts across, and I'm afraid that doesn't translate into money for your studio. The reality here is that Disney gambled and lost big time on this one, and the fact that they very publicly killed this project, coupled with rumours of a major course correction at Marvel, suggests that they might just have gotten tired of losing. Either way, I think the next few months are going to be very interesting. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
For today's video, I bought a refurbished Steam Deck from Valve to see if it's a good way to save money on some handheld gaming action. Also, I've never seen a Steam Deck before, so this was very exciting for me. But before we get into that, today's video is sponsored by they're never in stock, some nonsense about quality control or whatever. In terms of versions, they don't even offer a refurb option of the OLED Steam Decks yet, so unfortunately you have to go with the loser normal display. But anyway, eventually after waiting my whole life, some stock of the 512 gig variant popped up, which I could buy for 450 Canadian dollars, about 110 CAD less than buying it new. In fact, the Steam refurbs seem to be cheaper than most of the refurb options you can find on eBay, so if the condition's as good as they're saying, this seems like a pretty good deal. So this is the Steam Deck that I bought from Steam, and I'm very excited to check it out because I've not seen a Steam Deck in person before. Okay, yeah, that's correct. Oh, no way, it comes with a case. That's pretty cool. And I'm assuming this is the power brick with a companion key. Yeah, that is a power brick that you can clearly tell isn't brand new. There are a couple of things on it that kind of give away the fact that this Chicone power supply is refurbished, but I'm sure it'll function well. At least I hope so. So they designed a whole new sleeve for it. So I'm gonna pull it off like that. Ooh, they locked the case with a little security tag, presumably to keep the baddies out. There is a feeling of use on this case. It's clearly not a new thing that you're getting, but if the condition of it's good enough. Ooh, it's in really good condition. Although, again, you can kind of tell it's used. Wow, ergonomically, this was clearly designed for the human hand, unlike the Switch, which was apparently designed for some pincered animal. It also comes with a cleaning cloth. That is pretty much all we get. This is a really nice case. I like it. Whoa, that is a wildly sturdy feeling device. Like with a Nintendo Switch, when you do that with it, it feels like you're about to break your very expensive toy. But this, I mean, this feels like you could savage someone with it. That's cool. I like that. The build quality on this, despite it being all plastic, which I guess makes sense, there aren't any creaks or anything like that. It seems like it's going to be pretty straightforward to take apart. We've just got these screws, and then I think the bottom bit should just pop off, but we'll see. We'll find that out. Before we do that, let's plug it in and power it on. Firing it up for the first time was very exciting. So many new sights and sounds. But there was one thing that I kept coming back to. Oh, it is ergonomically so much better than a Switch. The display kind of struggles with direct lighting. I mean, it makes sense in this context. There's a huge sword here, but still, it's real shiny. And on first impression, I was right. So that is that. It's not terrible. Q isn't happy like this. But now, I am able to pick it up and have a closer look at what's going on inside of it. Now we get to my favorite part, which is tearing open and destroying the brand new thing that I just did. Now it seems like I've just got normal penetration in the back. You can tell it's been opened before. Definite kind of feeling of wear. It's not terrible, but it's noticeable. Oh. Okay, well, its virginity clearly hasn't been David broken yet, because that was, ooh, not a fun feeling process. Ooh, look at that interior. It looks so serviceable. For example, here's the back of the joysticks, which are just held in by 3 screws and a ribbon cable. And I know that there are a bunch of replacement options you can buy for these online and just swap in yourself. I'm assuming the brain is under this silver bit with the heatsink poking out the top of it. So let's open that up and have a closer look. It doesn't want to let go up here because there's a screw hiding under a sticker. This should pop off now. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's very interesting. So this little metal cover makes thermal contact with the power delivery. And in order to remove it, you actually take off one of the screws that holds the kind of like APU heatsink in place. That's very interesting. But this little board is the entire brain of it, which is really cool. Comes with a little Berber M.2 SSD, which was not quite as easy to access as I was expecting it to be, but what can you do? Now, I'm not going to be too worried about even pressure here because, well, we've already lost one of our corners of pressure. It's so tiny! So first off, our heatsink apparatus is very cute. It's like a small bit of laptop heatsink. Underneath that lives our teeny little APU that powers our Steam Deck. I mean, that's pretty dry thermal paste. And the final bit of teardown I want to do before seeing what difference a repaste makes was having a closer look at that right joystick. I mean, it's not a huge issue, but there is a little bit of stickiness. Any difference? Bye-bye.
Presidency, because we draw votes from Trump, we draw somehow more votes from Trump, or we walk away right now and join forces with with Donald Trump.
Now, of course, they didn't commit to joining up with Trump. They kind of suggested, well, it seems like things are moving real fast, and now it might actually be happening. Nicole Shanahan went on Fox News yesterday and clarified her stance.
And we are willing to work with anyone who is sincere in their endeavor to fix and address this issue.
Do you believe the Trump campaign himself is sincere? Do you see a home? You talk about this as being Bobby's decision. Do you see a home for RFK Jr. in the Trump administration, like the Human Services, something of that extent?
I fully support it.
She said explicitly that she would support the RFK campaign team up with the Trump campaign. And now we're getting reports that RFK Jr. is going to address the issue on Friday. The correlation here is RFK Jr. going to announce that he's going to drop out of the race to take the fight to the totally undemocratic Democratic Party. I don't know, maybe, but I'll tell you it certainly seems like that's the case. And if that's the case, this is absolutely, bar none, unequivocally the biggest story in politics right now. You know, this might just put Trump over the edge. Let's have a conversation about that. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so you guys know the context because I just replayed the 2 clips. Well, like I mentioned earlier, things are moving quite fast. Take a look at these headlines. RFK Jr. plans speech on path forward amid talk of potentially backing Trump. Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is set to make a campaign speech addressing, quote, his path forward on Friday. And this comes days after his running mate said the campaign faced a choice about staying in the 2024 election or dropping out to back Donald Trump. It's interesting, actually, if you put it that way. It's kind of true. Nicole Shanahan didn't present 3 options, dropping out and endorsing Trump and teaming up with Trump, or dropping out and endorsing Kamala Harris and teaming up with her team. She didn't say that. She only gave 2 options. So I guess we have a 50-50 here. They've essentially told us they're either going to drop out and not support Trump, or they're going to drop out and support him. Supporting Kamala Harris is totally off the table. Now, of course, there was the other option of getting 5% of the vote and possibly starting a new party, but really I don't think that's a realistic approach at all. You know, RFK Jr. has been dropping in the polls. Obviously, the closer we get to election day, the more reality kicks in and people are just forced to have to pick between the 2 parties. And I think the RFK Jr. campaign understand that they're probably going to pull anywhere from like 2 to 3% of the vote, at least nationally, and possibly even less. And so really 2 options. And so obviously they need to think about this decision. And here's where I'm actually comfortable to make a prediction. I personally think they're going to endorse Donald Trump specifically because of this.
We draw votes from Trump.
The victorious hero seemed undefeatable. And so, the hero vanquished their foe.
On March 24, 2010, 19-year-old Adriana Zimmerman was found by a Good Samaritan in Ensley, Florida. Adriana had been attacked, and her attackers used a crowbar, a taser, lighter fluid, and a match in an attempt to kill her. Somehow, Adriana was able to run away from her attackers, but she would pass away 6 days later in a local hospital. Adriana had been able to survive her injuries long enough to name the names of her attackers: Tina Brown and Heather Lee. When the police heard these names, they rounded up both suspects and brought them in for questioning, starting with Tina Brown.
Okay, Tina, you know, can I call you Tina? Mm-hmm. Okay, obviously know something's up.
Yeah.
So, tell me what happened tonight.
Nothing happened that I know of. Heather just said that something about Adriana got beat up real bad.
Okay, you don't know anything about that?
No.
See arms and hands if I could. Okay, can I see the top signs? Mm-hmm. Okay, those old scars on there?
Yeah, I have a puppy.
Okay, and what's this right here? That little scratch there?
This?
Yeah.
I have a puppy.
Okay, and your puppy calls that?
Look,
you got your chin? Okay.
Nothing new.
All right. So, where were you tonight?
At Heather's.
At Heather's house?
Well, I was at home. My daughters braid my hair, so I was at home, but it started hurting, and her little friend started coming by. So Heather said she was going to cook, so I went down there, and she was cooking fish and French fries, and then we just started watching movies.
Okay. And did you go anywhere from there?
Mm-mm.
You were there all night until the cops came up there?
Mm-hmm.
What time did you go over there?
Probably just started getting dark.
Okay, so about sunset, what has been going on between you and Adriana this week?
Oh, a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, Adriana were together today.
Okay, where were y'all together?
At my house.
Okay, what was going on there?
We were just sitting there watching movies, trying to get my computer. The man next door has a computer, put a virus on my computer. So my daughter is the only one who knows how to pull it up so I can go to iTunes and watch movies. So Adriana was over there, and she was the other Adriana and another white guy named James. They were trying to pull the